How is it already snowing here in Indiana? It's just not right. I don't know. It's cold. I'm in the garage here. I wanted to put this video out. I was called out by John up in Maine at Thibodeau Services. This was a couple months ago, I believe he put out the video. I didn't see the notification that I was tagged in his video, and I wanted to, kind of late to the party, but wanted to throw my 2 cents into it. He had asked everybody who's on YouTube, basically, where were you inspired from? Who inspired you? Who do you miss seeing? Basically, what started your process in getting into the dumpster business? And so I just quickly wanted to put this video out. For me, when I first started looking online, I wasn't necessarily looking for a dumpster business to begin with. I initially was looking for what types of pieces of equipment, whether it's a dump trailer, some type of other flatbed, even like a dump truck, or like literally just about anything. I was looking for what can I add on to the equipment I already have, my Ram 2012 that I've used for RV transport for a long time. What can I do with that I'm utilizing the same assets, my same skills to a large degree? What's a good crossover for me to kind of bridge the gap? I initially wasn't really looking for dumpster business content. I did see dump trailer content. I did see people renting out like utility trailers and like flatbeds, those kind of things. But largely I was pretty much anything was game. I was willing to look at just about anything out there that was relatively close to my skills with a truck and trailers, backing up trailers. Not everybody can do that. And just trying to see what's a decent crossover that would fit well with my current business that I could turn into something larger. I did find Jesse Mims. He was on there first as far as renting out dump trailers, and then eventually he got the roll-off trailer with the cans, and then moved forward from that. I saw several other people with dump trailers, nothing against them. I don't remember their channels. I didn't watch that many of them. I just watched many different videos from many different creators, at least one video where they talked about how they were using this new piece of equipment, this new type of trailer or something, and they're using it as a side hustle. They're using it as a tool to build a business, as a tool to offer services. And so that's really kind of where it was at. It was Jesse Mims and then a handful of other people out there. I do remember fairly earlier on, I believe Clayton Roll at Rolling Ops. And I'm horrible with the timeline, so forgive me, but I think it's one of his buddies that like featured him on his channel. I saw his video. I don't know if it was Clayton's video or when he started his channel or what. I do not remember the timeline on that. I saw an earlier video of that and how he was just killing it, and I'm like, what? That's awesome, dude. Like, let's go. That's cool. For me, it wasn't necessarily just trying to devour dumpster videos. My very first video, I think I even talk about it, 3 different times I came to the conclusion of using a dump trailer as a tool in a business. I kind of discarded it. I said, no, I don't know how that would work. In my area, I just very earlier on, fears came out. I was like, I don't see how that's going to make sense, how that's going to work. And I was basically like, yeah, that's a wrap. I'm not going to try this dump trailer thing. Using it as a dumpster, using it to deliver material, I was almost trying to justify, like, I know there's a lot of different things you can use a dump trailer for, but I just don't see any one of them really hitting gold, or all of them combined. Like, I think that would just be much harder to get all of them to be just really put together and it turned into a full business. And so 3 different times I was like, yeah, I'm good. Oh well, I gave up on the idea of a dump trailer, on the idea of using it for just about anything, because I'm like, man, maybe one or here, if you already have a dump trailer for yourself, cool. But starting a whole business and putting a lot of money into some assets, to try to make that work, I was like, yeah, that seems a little too risky to me. 3 different times, I'm like, yeah, forget it. And I came back. It kept coming back to me. It kept either on YouTube or just on my mind. I'm like, man, there's got to be a way. There's got to be something I can do with a dump trailer to make this work. Starting with the dump trailers and then realizing, yeah, there's definitely a huge need, even though there's large companies in my area. I think the really cool thing about YouTube is you can put as genuine, as raw, uncut, the good, bad, the ugly, sketchy, information out there, material out there for people to see. You can put out on the other end of that, well-polished, like precision information. And everybody can use everything in between, all of that, to better themselves, to challenge themselves, to learn, to grow, and to build off of. It's a special thing when we have the freedom to share, when we have the guts to share online, when people see you make a completely stupid mistake. One of the coolest things about YouTube is that everybody who's putting out information is coming from a different angle. The truth is they might not even be going to the same exact target. Somebody might be using dumpsters as a part of another business. It's not the main thing. Somebody's going head first, straight into dumpsters, and it's all about dumpsters, nothing else. And it'll never be, probably junk removal, other types of things. Like, they're going all in on one thing. And so when you look at the landscape across YouTube, people are starting at different points in the journey, in the process. They have different levels of experience, and they might not even be going to the same exact thing. And yet, there is still so much crossover across the whole YouTube dumpster arena, whatever, that you can learn from anybody out there something. If you can't learn one thing from somebody else out there who's lived a different life than you, who's on a different path, different journey, I would venture to say that's on you, not on that creator. There's something to learn from every single person out there. And if you can't learn, that's a me problem. If I can't do that, every person I've watched on YouTube, there's something that I've been able to take from and learn from, and I'm using it in my business. I'm using it in my mentality. I'm using it in my finances, in my customer service, in my you name it. And so we're able to use all this information for free, shared information on YouTube from people who are going all sorts of maybe different directions, at different speeds, different everything, and yet it can still be an absolute help to us. I'm grateful to be one creator on YouTube and trying to document my journey, share everything I've learned along the way, all the mistakes that I've made. If you don't love the journey, if you don't love the process of failing and then learning, solving a problem and then creating a new one and then solving that one and going forward, it's going to be a real tough journey. Being a business owner in any industry, if you're not willing to push forward when it's the toughest times, when it's a deep, difficult process, it's going to be tough. And so we can learn from anybody out there. We can apply that information and just charge on forward. So the journey is worth it. The journey is maybe sometimes better than the destination, depending on what you're doing. Being in business, being an entrepreneur at all, this has been one of the most exciting, challenging things in my life. Just on a personal note, I believe God has used this experience in my life to challenge me in so many other ways. So many things are connected to a business, customer service, communication, all these things. Like, I see issues within myself, in my business, and then I can see crossovers in my marriage, things I need to work on, things I need to improve. Finance, it's just, you're exposed. Being a business owner, you're going to be exposed. And I know I'm kind of going in the weeds here, but there's nowhere to hide. And if there's nowhere to hide, you just need to deal with it. And that's what I want to do, and share that process along the road. So yeah, thank you for calling me out, John, up in Maine. I'm gonna start watching more of your videos. I know I really haven't been searching videos for some time now. If things pop up in my feed, I'll probably watch or really just listen on my headset as I'm driving down the road doing, whatever. But I'm going to try to be a little bit more intentional, following other creators, trying to actually search out different people, because the truth is there's more and more creators out there putting out more content that's going to be helpful. And I truly do believe I can learn from anybody, probably doing just about anything. So thank you for calling me out, man. Appreciate you. And I saw you had said, talking about the lives as well. And I'm going to try to do more of that. I've wanted to try to find a schedule for doing the live streams more often with consistency, so people can kind of count on that. I do a live stream every Sunday night on my RV Transport channel, even though I'm not really in RV Transport at all anymore. I do that every Sunday night, but wanting to find another time to have dumpsters conversations on a weekly basis. But we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, thanks for calling me out, man. Hopefully everybody watching, hopefully you have a great day, guys. Let us know down in the comments below who inspired you. Are you inspired maybe even to start your own YouTube channel, to put your own content out there, share your own journey? I would encourage you to do so. I would say it's a deeper challenge, because you're not just thinking about like your own decisions for your business, but being able to communicate your decisions to somebody else. The best way to learn something is to try to teach it. And if you can't teach it, you got to go back to learning it. And so that's what I've been learning as well. Learning how to teach or share or communicate it well, or decently at least. And then being able to see, okay, the dots do connect. This does make sense. If they don't, still, somebody's going to call me out in the comments. So, yeah. Anyways, hopefully you have a great day, guys. Stay safe, and God bless.